And again, I've done nothing wrong. I'm right where I should be. So numbers, I should have gotten to that sooner. What you want? What's up, YouTube? FatKings Phil coming at you for my week 352 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which I had back in July of 2013. Details are below. All right, the grind continues. It's been a crazy week in the sense of just run the gambit emotionally, mentally, physically. I think today we got news that Colorado's going to the phase 2 approach of the lockdown or removal of the lockdown, whatever. Safer at home, so they still want you to work from home and do that stuff. I think starting next week, some places are going to open back up, and we'll be able to do a little bit more retail stuff, but not a whole lot. I mean, I think for most of us, for my work, they're not opening the building up again until June 1, which will be part of a story to come down the line here. But so for right now, sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes and stuff. The allergies are in full swing, by the way. So great, just what you need. I have all the symptoms of the Rona and not have the Rona. I guess the part other than I'm not hacking as much. I mean, I am coughing. It is a dry cough, but anyway, we'll get to that. Okay, so starting off last week, I think I finally just kind of hit like the wall when it came to just like, I can't do this. This is driving me nuts. Like I had a hard time. I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm having a hard time studying. My mind is going in 4 different directions. And I'm in the middle of having a video conversation with somebody. And at the same time, I'm looking out the window thinking, oh, I've got to take the planks off that barbecue and sand them down and reseal them and put them back on. And, oh, hey, I wonder if I study that thing, like I cannot keep my brain in one lane. That's how the week started. And then my eating has been within the guidelines and the macros, but not as regimented as it should be for what I'm trying to achieve. And I knew that, but not exceeding any of my limitations. If anything, I'm falling short a lot of the times, which is actually counterproductive for what I'm trying to do right now, which is maintain the muscle mass I have and only burn the fat. And if I'm not getting enough proteins in and I'm not progressively overloading the muscles, my body's like, hey, we're hungry. We're going to eat this muscle tissue because it's good food and it's much easier. And if we eat this, you'll be lighter and we can maintain this weight at this calorie level. So it's kind of tricking my system into thinking that I'm using that muscle to gather calories, which sounds strange, but basically, tricking your body into not eating it is the trick, is what I'm getting at, making it use the fat. In that regard, it's been good, but I think I just can tell that there's a mental, there's a slight part of me that's like, oh, who gives a shit? Kind of like, not really, but like I can feel the little tinglings around the edges of that. If some of you probably get that. So this week it's been, what does a perfect macro day look like? Let's eat that. Matter of fact, I'm pulling out the exact same foods I were eating at the beginning of this journey, just to make sure I'm stay on track for the next 6 weeks. I'm gonna have that same first few weeks over this week and next week, and I think I'm gonna start supplementing back in more whole foods in the morning. I've been eating a meal replacement in the morning, which is part of my program, but I think there's something to actually putting real food in there with real oats and real, like if I'm gonna get carbs, I'd rather have real, high fiber or complex carbohydrate. Yeah, complex carbohydrate. So, so I'm going to get back to that. And again, I've done nothing wrong. I'm right where I should be. So numbers, I should have gotten to that sooner. I'm technically up 2 pounds a day. Look at the worry on my face. So I changed my workout up yesterday. My coach sent me two new workouts technically that I'm just going to swap in for my Monday and Thursday workout. And then I'll do my normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday workouts. I may have to supplement in a few other things, but I'm going to just trust her. I'm going to let it ride. You know what? She hasn't steered me wrong yet. So, and I look at my weight, even though I weigh every day now, which seems like would be a horrible idea for a weight loss patient who used to obsess about it and still kind of does. Like when I saw that higher number today, did it bother me? Yes. Is it really higher? It's 228. That's what I've been averaging. 228 is what I've been averaging for the last 2 weeks, which is why we're switching things up a little bit, just to kind of see if we can just get a little bit more cardio in. The problem is I'm not doing my cardio because the weather's been bad. So I don't want to go outside and do anything in the cold. I don't do intense cardio. I was doing cardio 4 days a week, but I was trying to keep it at the 130 beats per minute range just to get all the benefits of it without attacking the muscle. And then majority of my work's been heavy lifting. Now, since I've been home for the Rona lockdown, I've been doing high volume, lower weight. Obviously, I don't have a 235 pound bench here. So I do 100 push-ups with weighted vests. You guys have seen the pictures. Weighted vest, on my military plate carrier, and I put all my loaded magazines in the plate carrier holders, and I just do push-ups, and I do 100. I don't do them all. I got 5 sets of 20. And then I do squats with that on, and I do leg lunges with that on. So all of my moves have this extra weight on my body. And then, but last week we did get a notice that our gym is not opening up again until June 1. So that kind of sent me into another spiral. I'm like, I'm going to lose my ability to do pull-ups. I just started freaking out. So I went and spent $50 over at Home Depot. I got a 2x4 or no, 2x6, 2x4, bunch of lag bolts, a bunch of gas piping, iron pipe. I actually ended up having to buy 2 steel pieces in there, but because I didn't have the right length iron ones, and I built my own pull-up bar. So now I have access to do pull-ups, and I was quite shocked. I went in there and did the pull-ups with just normal pull-ups, and I felt stronger. Like, I'm like, how is this possible? Because I've been just using these little blue bands and just doing a lot of it. I'm like, if you saw me do my back workout, you'd kind of laugh. But this little blue band, which is the heaviest band they have, but just doing 100 of those, basically jamming it in the door frame and then leaning forward so that you're kind of like on an angle, and you're pulling the bands down this way, so that it's kind of like doing a pull down. Or pull up in the case of if you were doing it on a bar, but like pull downs in the gym with the machine. So, am I fatigued when I do it? Yeah, of course I'm tired when I'm done doing it. But not like doing a real pull up. So for fun, I threw my plate carrier on and I ran in there and I'm like, can I do this? You probably saw it on Instagram. I'm like, this is going to be hard. So my goal back in the gym was to get to weighted pull-ups. And I was able to do 2 in a row. I didn't push it. I'd been doing a lot before that too, but I did 2 in a row with the plate carrier on. So I was like, holy crap, I am getting stronger. And, I'm a little bit lighter, 5 pounds. So 6 pounds. So that's good. It's all progress, and I'm not negative about it at all. This video might be a little longer than the last few. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I've got some options here. I've got a pull-up bar now. That's a good thing. The beauty of that pull-up bar is I can throw that band over the top of the bar and do all my stuff that way, so I don't let go of the handle and knock a hole in the door like I did a couple weeks ago. That pissed me off. I fixed it. Can't tell it's there. I know it's there. I can see it from here. I can see where it's at. But I sanded it and everything. But I know where it's at, so I know where to look. But yeah, the average person wouldn't even catch it. Fridays when I kind of freaked out and like built the pull-up bar and all that stuff, and then Saturday I forced myself to get out. My son and I went over to the range. We did a bunch of shooting. Then, of course, I discovered an issue I was having with my rifle. So I was like, oh no, something wrong with my rifle. So then that got me all obsessed about things. And so Sunday, I spent most of the day figuring out that the load I had made for that particular rifle, the powder I'd used in that load was a slower burning powder. I didn't intentionally do that. It's the powder I had. And it does not like that powder. So I had to go out and find gunpowder, which was not easy to do. I did find a pound of it, but I really needed more like 3 pounds. I was able to at least take apart all the rounds I knew that were wrong powder, rebuild them all with the right powder. And I tested a bunch of different powders on Sunday, and I found the 2 that worked great, and I found the powder for one of them. So that was it. That's all I could do. I know, not very weight related, but so that's where I've been at. So what about plastics? Okay, so I'm of 2 minds on the whole plastics thing right now. One, there's a better chance today, after this whole phase 2 entry point, that elective surgeries, all elective surgeries, not just plastics, will be back on the table by the end of May. I'm thinking that it's going to be pretty close. And that's when my original appointment was. Even if he had to slide me a week, I think he could do it, accommodate it to get me into June. Could move my time off around easily enough to accommodate that. It's going to suck because by that time, I bet you they'll have a new project for me to start, and then I'll have to leave for 2 weeks, which would not be ideal. I could probably work from home. And I've made a great case for working from home. But I think that first week, if I'm on, obviously on medications and things, I would not work on any kind of painkiller or anything like that. I don't think I'll be able to be honest with you. But do I want to do it at this point? Well, I'm a little leery to spend that kind of money, knowing that there's going to be some lasting economical effects from this whole thing. I'm of the camp that this was a bubble that was already there, and this virus just pricked the bubble. So I positioned myself that way, and I have been for years. I knew that was coming, but it doesn't mean that my strategy, that preparing for it, was enough. So I kind of feel weird spending the money, which I might need for other things later. However, it's a kind of once in a lifetime thing. If I get this done now, I don't ever have to deal with it again. It's over with. To get rid of all that loose skin, I probably could be down to 224, 225 just from that. I mean, I know there's swelling and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, if I could stay on target, I could be a 220, 225 kind of guy for the rest of my life and not have all that loose skin. The loose skin's gotten pretty aggressive since I've been leaning out. I've been really happy to see my muscle mass has stayed about the same. My body fat's what's been fluctuating back and forth. Again, that's very water centric too. So if I have a 58.1 hydration on one day and a 58.4 hydration on another day, the body fat will be different percentage wise, but I get that. So it's relative. The muscle mass doesn't really change much with the water, not significantly. So mission accomplished there so far. 6 weeks to go. A little under 6 weeks, but yeah, about 6 weeks. Consultation is supposed to be on the 5th. So we'll see. We shall see. I don't know where I land on this. And obviously this whole lockdown thing is, not just lockdown, but the opportunities of the lockdown provided gives everybody a little perspective. I think I have some perspective that I did not have before. And I have some goals that have changed a little bit because of all this. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Or at least could get back in the gym would be June 1. If I have surgery, I won't be back in the gym till July. So we'll see. All right, those are my thoughts. I started, one other thing I wanted to share. I kind of got this hair up my ass the other day and I was like, you know what would be kind of fun to do? Like, I know a lot of talented people. I'm like, I like to play around on the guitar and have fun. I'm not by any means a great singer or anything, but I'm like, I'm going to do a cover of a song and then I'm going to challenge other people to do covers of songs, and then we'll just put them out there and we'll call them the Corona covers. I thought that was kind of cute. Apparently somebody already had it. The hashtag already existed, so I just tagged up on it. If you are so inclined, nobody's going to laugh. Nobody's going to pick on your nobody's going to be critical of your voice or anything. Just do a Corona cover and put it out there. All right, I'm coming up on the 15-minute mark, and who the hell am I? I'm not fresh out of surgery. We don't make 15-minute videos this far out. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully all is well. Let's see what happens by next week. Until next time, remember, it's good to be the king.